Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators who can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Shen Zen Zen, who's been with us over and over and over again at Tuber Chat. Not to mention is a generous creator in that she is willing to swap playlists for people. She's doing her own live streams now where people are able to connect and get more bananas, as we say, as well as the featured channels collaboration that she has going on here, where she has featured not only Tuber Chat, but some other familiar faces, including Carrie Beth, Kevin King, Kristen Welton, of course, and myself. So this is one of the easiest collaborations and best ones that you can do with other creators, in my opinion. And what this does is when you are featuring other creators on your front page, you are basically saying to the YouTube algorithms and your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audiences that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has on both the YouTube algorithm and your audiences. So thank you, everybody, for coming in and visiting. Shen Zen Zen already is in the chat, so hopefully everybody will connect with her. That's our featured channel for today, of course. And then Dance Hall Support. Hopefully you've made it back. You were very, very early today. Georgia Bulldogs is always with us, so thank you for coming in. Janae Gaming was quite early, but hopefully you're here. Lydia Saba, again, was early, and thank you. Sister Diva Diva, it's always good to see you here. The Essence of Sonia, who I'm swapping playlists as we speak with right now. So that's somebody who's also willing to do that. Healthy Lifestyle with Steph is with us often, so thank you very much. Kristen Welton, my love, of course, is here. And then That Blue Moon has returned, so thank you very much. I'm glad to see that you are happy today. And then Jaden Sue, it's always good to see you. Deja, it's great to have you back. Thank you very much. David Skywatch, it's good to have you in the house again. And CyberLife, it's always great to see you as well. Mr. Fulton Mraz, you just shared us out, as you always do. Mr. Fulton Mraz is very generous in that way. And Mr. Fulton Mraz has a 21st birthday coming up next Monday, July the 20th. So we're going to make sure that we're available for that. And then, pardon me, I don't want to skip over anybody. Just Random, welcome. Thank you for coming in. I wonder if this is your first time here with Tuber Chat. If it is, I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators already in the chat today, and everybody's willing to connect with you. So please don't be shy. The best idea is always to go first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. The way that we connect with everybody here is you pick out anybody that you'd like from the chat one at a time. Take your time, have fun with it, and leave a single emoji next to somebody's name. That lets them know that you're going to connect with them. Then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Your comment should always be at least a couple of full sentences long so that they don't get held for review or caught up in the YouTube spam filters. Then you give the creator a thumbs up always, and if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, come back here into the chat and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured the connection, and then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So we've got a few more. David Skywatch, your channel is shadow banned? But you're okay here. You're okay in our chat, it looks like, right? Are you having trouble somewhere else? I know sometimes we often think that the content of our videos are being suppressed or pushed extra based on the political views of the platform that we're on. I don't know the truth about whether there, how much validity there is in that, but anything's possible. Thank you very much, Jaden. So just random, yeah, hopefully, thank you very much for coming and visiting us. I hope you'll subscribe to Tuber Chat and keep the notification bells on. We stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. Carrie Beth, it's always wonderful to see you here. And that blue moon, my guess is that, so we can't use the word unsub, so forgive me for this, but I have to remove that particular comment. But a lot of times it's not that people unsub, it's that I don't believe very many people actually go back and unsub at all. What usually happens is one of the two parties hasn't fulfilled the proper procedure. And even though I sit here and I talk for 2 hours, I don't expect anybody to actually listen to me. There's a lot of people on phones. There's a lot of people on computers doing other things and this and that. So they tend to put the volume down really low or on mute and stuff like that while they connect in the chat. And that's fine. But because if not everybody is going to follow the procedure as much as I try to convince everybody that we have to. One of the biggest things is the comments that we leave when we watch videos. First of all, it's best to watch a video in full of at least a minute long, not just watch a minute and 20 seconds of any video, but to actually complete a video, whether it has to be 2 or 3 or 4 minutes or something like that. And then the comment should be genuine, should be related to the content of the video that we're watching, and should be at least a couple of full sentences. You can even go farther than that by doing 3 or 4 sentences. Basically anything that I recommend, you can even go farther. It can never hurt. It can only help. And people love long comments. Think about even your own videos, how much you love it when somebody puts some meaning and thought behind a comment that they leave after they've watched your video. So I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying it's possible. But in my own experience, I don't think that a lot of people unsubscribe, especially not here, because we put so much focus on loyal and dedicated supporters. And I do tend to ban people if I find that. I haven't had to do it very much, but we're on episode number 39 now of Tuber Chat, and I've probably banned 10 people for undesirable behavior, if you want to put it that way. So hopefully things pick up. And not to mention, there's a lot of purging going on. So we've been pointing out, like the other day, Kristen and we found that she was not subscribed to me. And then yesterday, if I remember right, I think she was not subscribed to Tuber Chat. Now, that's ridiculous, but that's YouTube glitching. So sometimes they purge connections. Sometimes they're just simple glitches. If you ever get notifications to work perfectly, I'd love to know, because I haven't seen that work perfectly either. So I'm quite far behind in the chat. Forgive me, everyone, for that. And I'll try to catch up a little bit here. The essence of Sonya, shadow banned is a term that we use, and my understanding of it is sometimes YouTube glitches. So for instance, we have one channel that's in here and she's with us all the time, Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, as well as Food Fight Showdown often shows up and has this trouble. And in our chat, their messages get held and moderators have to approve them. That's one form of it, but being truly shadow banned means you can't even get on a channel or can't even get in a chat. And that happens to people. It happens on other networks as well. Sometimes it's, my guess is that it's from aggressive behavior. Like if you come to Tuber Chat or go to 1 or 2 more growth streams in a day and you're adding, trying to add like 20 or 30 people, I don't think you should be having too much of a problem. But once you get past like 50 people a day, that's very aggressive, and YouTube might mark that. It's just a guess. I can't be sure. But shadow ban just means you're not officially banned, but there is glitches and YouTube is trying to restrict your behavior in some way. Sometimes there's not even excuses for it. There's not even reason. Pardon me for a second. I'm going to come right back, but I'm going to leave you to look at Shan Zen Zen here, our featured channel, for a moment. Okay, pardon me for that. I'm back. Thank you very much. I will get my act together here in a quick second. We'll think about adding some names to the wheel soon, and I'll explain to everybody how the wheel works as well. Life with Triple T, thanks for coming in. If I've skipped anybody, please forgive me. I've just been getting up and down here for a couple minutes since we started. If I will certainly get to you as long as you're active in the chat. I am just Casey. Thank you for coming back in. Che-chan, I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's great to see you. Thank you for coming in. Forgive my delay since it's your first time here with Tuber Chat. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody is willing to connect with you. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. And simply what we do is leave a single emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. And then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences long, and then give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, come back into our chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured the connection, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Deja, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of purging that goes on with YouTube, but sometimes, yes, if channels are inactive, so you might add some people today and then lose a couple tomorrow, but it's not necessarily the same people you added today. YouTube could be purging people from 6 months ago that haven't come back to watch a video or like or any of the other stuff that we need. Anything's possible. There's a lot of that kind of activity. I've actually done a few. I did a live stream on my personal channel where we talked a little bit in depth about that stuff. If you want to follow me there, I'll leave a message in the chat from my personal channel as well, if you want to connect with me. It's great to see everybody is having a good time connecting with each other. What's your milestone, Chi-Chen? Bluefizz? Am I pronouncing that right? Great to see you in here. It must be your first time. Zigzag, just watching, but thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll like what you see and you can meet some new friends and family members here if you want to. Growing up with Azania. Growing up with Azania. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. That Blue Moon, everybody wants to dance, so go ahead and reach out to anybody that you'd like. JD Knight, thanks for liking and sharing. I appreciate that. Oh, growing up with Azania is Shen Zen Zen. She's working on her daughter's channel, so hopefully everybody will visit Growing Up with Azania and help Shen Zen Zen get her daughter moving as well. Most of you know that in the chat we have Kristen Walton, who is my girlfriend, my love, and Kira, her daughter as well. And Kira's in the same situation, trying to grow her channel and doing it fairly aggressively, so that's great. Cyberlife, you can almost taste the 1K 8 away. That's great. So hopefully we can get you there. Just please remember, type the word 1, but that's okay for today. Mick, for real, it's always good to see you. So thank you for coming back. And then that Blue Moon is having a good time. That's great. Looks like everybody is doing well connecting with each other, so that's fantastic. I'm just trying to do a better job of following the chat for once. Those of you who've been with me for several episodes know that I don't do the best job of keeping up with the chat, so I'm trying to improve that a little bit. Oh, the McCrae Kings. Great to see you. Thank you. I was just in your live for a few moments before I was setting up for this, so that's great. I am just Casey. If you want to connect with me, just please go ahead, visit my personal channel, Kevin K, and do all the things we need. Watch a video, leave a comment. Hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up as well and subscribe, and then I will return to you after the live stream, of course. And Mick, for real, yeah. No, we just begun. So we got a couple of new people in the house, so that's great. You just got your first milestone of 100. Well, Mick, for real, it's nice of you to say that. It's certainly not to just Tuber Chat. You're obviously doing the right things to make that happen, but hopefully we can push you a little bit farther and get you working towards that 200 that must be on your mind. Thank you very much, that Blue Moon, for your kind words. I appreciate it. I am just Casey. It's Kevin K. You put you reached out already. I hope you're connecting the right way. So you can certainly do that. Georgia Bulldogs, it does feel like it was just yesterday, but Georgia Bulldogs has been with us probably every episode since episode 13. We are on episode 39 right now. So thank you, everybody, especially who's been coming back and supporting Tuber Chat and sharing us and spreading the word and things like that. We've got a lot of different things. As a matter of fact, we hit 10,000 views just today, this morning. And so I will be posting that tomorrow when we're out. Chi-Chen, yeah, you can't self-promote, please. So we want to help you. We want to help everybody hit whatever milestones they want. So we will certainly help you here, but you can't ask and you certainly can't demand. And then the other thing too is whenever you're in chats like this, you must spell out your numbers. So you can't use the number 1. You have to spell out the word 1. So it's no problem for today, but I want to make sure you're aware of that because there's a lot of growth streams out there. Lots of them are our friends. And we just want to make sure that you have a good time and you maximize your impact everywhere you go. Shattered Soul, thank you very much. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well. And if there's anything that anybody would like to know that you think I could possibly help with, by all means, please leave a question in the chat and I'll be happy. Yeah, Chi-Chan, it's no problem. We just want to make sure that you're comfortable here and you feel welcome so that when you go outside of Tuber Chat to some of the other growth streams, you have an easy time over there. And you'll get the hang of things pretty quick. The Zeophobic 73 channel, thank you for coming back in. So for those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. This is how I started on YouTube about 4 years ago. I've got well over, now we're approaching 2 million views, well over 10, I don't know, many more subscribers than that. It could be 12 or 13,000 by now. But I learn from creators of all sizes every day. Just Living Life is here. She's going to be featured next weekend. Oh, just random. So if you are, whether you're on a phone or a computer, there will be a little icon next to your keyboard that lets you put some kind of an emoji. Otherwise, if you're on a computer, you can type, I'm trying to think of one. I think you can just type like colon, heart, H-E-A-R-T, and colon again, and it comes up. It'll start coming up as soon as you start typing. If you're on a phone, it works on your keyboard. At the bottom of your keyboard will be the same way you leave emojis for text messages and stuff like that. If you want to mention somebody's name, if you're on a computer, it's easier. But even if you're on a phone, you can do it. But you have to put an @ symbol, spell their full name, including capital letters, and then it will put their name in orange for them so that they really notice it. So like, for instance, I'll do it for you right now. Here, let me do it on the right account so you can watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to go in the chat here and I type in @JE, and then a couple people come up who have JE at the beginning of their name, and I can just go up to just random, hit it, and then I say something like hello and put a emoji, and now you'll see that it comes up orange for you or some other color, and you'll notice that I was calling you right out. Cyberlife, good to see you. Oh, that's true. I forgot. Kristen is pointing out, yes, you can type the <= symbol and the number 3 to make a heart very quickly. I do it all the time, but I forget to mention that. The name has to be spelled perfectly, though, if you're doing that. On a computer, it's very easy. And then Becky Peters, it's wonderful to see you again. So thank you very much. Hopefully everybody's connecting the right way. MAH Videos, thanks for coming back again. I'm always good. I'm living the dream, as you can see. So hopefully you're doing well also. Life with Triple T, it's the less than symbol that makes the heart with the 3. It's above your, should be above your comma if you're on a computer. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. It's me, Wanston. Yes, Honey's back in the house, so thank you for coming and visiting again. And it looks like everybody's doing well, so that's great. So let me see what I'm going to do about putting some names on the wheel, and I'll explain how this works. Once you've been here for about 20 minutes or half an hour or so, and it's arbitrary, I don't keep a timer. It's just, I try to notice. And I know you've been active in the chat in introducing yourself to other creators, meeting new friends and family members, then I put your name on the wheel. The wheel is completely random, as you will see. And then when your name comes up on the wheel, if you're still here, then I put you up on the screen and we talk about your channel for a couple of minutes if that's what you would like. Just living life. Hopefully everybody's crushing their goals. Yes, hopefully they are. Hopefully we're pushing people a little farther towards what they're looking for today. I should take a moment to remind everybody, if you can, then I'd love it if you'd give a thumbs up for the live stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off for a second to do it. It only takes a moment. You don't lose your place, but it really does help, so I'd appreciate it. And then as well, anything you can do to share if you have a community tab or if you have Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, that would be wonderful as well. Thank you very much, That Blue Moon, for giving a thumbs up. It looks like everybody's having a good time. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I have, please forgive me. And I will certainly catch you if you are active in the chat. So let's get a few names up here right now. I have a system that lets me know how long everybody's been here and how active they've been and that kind of stuff. And this is what I use for this purpose. It's called Botissimo. It is a bot just like Nightbot or Stream Elements or Streamlabs that you're probably used to seeing. Let's spin the wheel and we'll pull a channel up and then see what else is happening. Mr. Fulton Miraz, thank you for hanging out so long. So I Am Just Casey is coming up. Let's have a look at this channel. There she is. Wow, you're so close to 2,000. If I forgot that from yesterday or the other day, forgive me. But yeah, you're doing just fantastic. So that's great. These thumbnails are wonderful too. I love the emotion in your face in those thumbnails. It makes it very clickable. Shattered Soul, is that for me? Probably you are out of raid list today. I wonder what you mean. I see you're winking. It must be a joke, but I'm afraid I didn't get it. Oh. Okay. Looks like we're doing okay here. I can't even begin to imagine who might be calling. If anybody in the chat's trying to call me right now, I won't be able to answer. I don't answer anything while I'm live streaming. It's interesting now because not too long ago, you know, I only used to use the phone, and lately I've been using. Oh, okay. I wondered. Shattered Soul. I should have known. I now I use you know, Instagram and Facebook sometimes for calling and stuff like that. Interesting. So I am just Casey. You just put up a video a few days ago, so you're doing well. You're doing twice a week by the look of it. That's great. Let me spin the wheel. We'll pull another channel up. Deja, it's good to see you again. Let's just make sure you're still here. Deja tends to come in and out, but that's okay. Are you? Oh, you're right there. Okay. Wasn't it? You changed your name, right? Was it Deja So Cute before? Do I remember that properly, or am I wrong? Jaden, of course, you're free to share however you'd like. We always appreciate anytime anybody shares because it helps spread the word about Tuber Chat and get some more people so we can maximize impact for everybody. And then Selena TV, great to see you. Thank you for coming in. I wonder if this is your first time with Tuber Chat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. The best idea, of course, is to always go first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Everybody's willing to connect. The way that we do that here is you leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, give the creator a thumbs up, and if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, and then come back into the chat here and leave the double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured the connection, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll look at having another channel come up on the screen. Oakstyle, it's great to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Here's Carrie Beth. This is a creator that I've been connected to for many, many months, and somebody who's obviously got a lot to be learned from. Her presentation is spectacular, as I always keep mentioning, and she is a generous creator in that she's willing to swap playlists. All of our moderators are willing to swap playlists, by the way. I have swapped with Carrie, so I know that she is willing to do that. And then as well, she does the featured channels collaboration here with a handful of familiar faces there, including Shan Zen Zen and In Rachel's Place, who are regulars here with Tuber Chat, along with the Hoops family, myself, Kristen, and Kira, and even Izzy's Life is there. Cooking with Q and more, always good to see you, so thanks for coming in. I don't think I welcome the Hoops Family Network, but I thought I saw her come in today. Yes, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is. When I see the moderators come in, like because they're in blue or something, it's like my mind wants to skip over for some reason. But it's great to have you both in here, so that's great. Life with Triple T, I just noticed that you're reaching out to Kristen for playlist swapping. Absolutely, she does. All of our moderators do it, and then as well, even I do it. I will leave a message in the chat if anybody wants to connect with my personal channel, and then as well, I'm available on Facebook or Instagram, and you can reach me through the Tuber Chat accounts or even my own personal one. So M's Coops 04, forgive me, welcome. I know it's your first time here. I just had to remove that comment because we can't allow self-promotion. So it's no problem for right now, but I just want to let you know that that's against YouTube's community guidelines in terms of service. So I have to be careful with that. So we're here to help everybody. That's what Tuber Chat is. we want to introduce you to some new friends and family members if that's what you want. But we can't ask for anything in the chat. We can't ask or demand anything. That is self-promotion. But if you hang out for a few moments, I'll describe the process, and then hopefully you can meet some new friends and family members if that's what you'd like. Basically, what we do is reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Everybody's here to connect. Please don't be shy. Take it slow. Have fun with it. And then introduce yourself to creators one at a time. I'm just going to pull up something here. I need, thank you for the kind words, Shattered Soul. I need, we don't do a lot of links here, but once in a while we have a creator that is climbing up the search results, but not quite at the top yet. And Georgia Bulldogs, see, like they're getting higher and higher every time. Copy link address, and I will drop that link in the chat. Oh, that was for Georgia Bulldogs, and you said Mick for real. So Mick for real, I'm dropping the link for Georgia Bulldogs right now. If anybody wants to connect with Georgia Bulldogs, I'm just dropping their link here because they sometimes are difficult to find. Thank you, Jaden, for sharing on Reddit as well. Just random, yeah. You're free to come and go however you need. A lot of times people have, if you're on a phone, I know it's more difficult than when you're on a computer to connect with everybody. You have to leave and come back, but that's absolutely encouraged. And it looks like everybody's having a good time, so that's great. Let me spin. We'll pull another channel up here. No problem, Shattered Soul. Yeah. We have a subreddit dedicated to Tuber Chat, but anybody can post their videos there and then hopefully get the views that they're looking for. Not to mention you can ask for feedback. You can celebrate milestones. You can ask people for collaborations and things like that. As well, we have a thread dedicated to swapping playlists. So people can hopefully use that as well. We want to give a lot of things, make a lot of things available so that people can continue to connect even when we're not live streaming. Oh, yeah, JD Knight 7. That's okay. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, don't worry about the numbers. I know like that we say we're not allowed to use numbers, and for the most part, yeah, but everybody forgets. Even I forget. So where possible, yes, please, everybody, always spell your numbers no matter what you're doing. But one or two, the reason why it doesn't matter so much, I keep the chat here at Tuber Chat very, very tight. So it's okay if a couple of things slip back and forth. We haven't had a problem yet. I haven't got any warnings or anything like that. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, no problem, Georgia Bulldogs. You're right, though. You caught one that I didn't see, and I do appreciate that. But it's not too much to be worried about. And then, so this is Life with Triple T, who's already over 2,000 subscribers. So you're doing just fantastic. That's good to see. I just want to have a look at a few more of your videos here so I can get to know your channel a little bit better. And as you hopefully continue to come back, then I'll be a lot more familiar. Look at these live streams, 10 hours, 8 hours. Wow. The longest Tuber Chat so far has gone 4 hours. We had at least one 3-hour one. Usually they run anywhere from 2 to 3 hours now. There you go, 1,000 only a month ago. So look at that. 1,000 a month ago, and then now is already at well over 2,000. So that's great news. Okay, let me look at my list and see if I can add any more names to the wheel. Essence of Sonya is there. Chen. JD Knight 7. Cyberlife. Cyberlife's already there. I am just Casey, we saw. Shattered Soul, let's get you up there. And I'll spin, and then I'll think about adding a couple more names in a few minutes. JD Knight 7. This is a generous creator who often shares for us on Twitter. Part of our Twitter list called Tuber Chat Stars, who are YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So we made that available so that if you're looking for people who are generous on Twitter and willing to interact with other creators, then that Twitter list is something that's great to follow and hopefully eventually be a part of. So hopefully everybody's having a good time. It looks like it, connecting with each other. JD Knight 7 also does the featured channels collaboration, which I love talking about. This is something anybody can do on a on their channel. Jaden, nobody uses the live chat on our Reddit subreddit yet because the community only has like 30 members or 29 members or something like that. As it grows, when the day comes that we hopefully have hundreds of people on there, maybe the live chat will become a little more useful there, but it's something that's automatically included with Reddit. So I wouldn't expect a lot of activity there just yet, but we're growing and building it so that eventually, hopefully a few months from now or a year from now, that'll be a part of what allows everybody to connect even when we're not live streaming. So let me spin. The featured channels collaboration is something great that you can do because when you feature channels on your front page, you're basically saying to your audience and the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels in turn feature you on their front page, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. And so you can imagine the impact that that has both on the YouTube algorithms as well as on your audiences. So if you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel, Kevin K, on your front page, then please let me know so that I can return the favor because I absolutely do that with both channels. And Georgia Bulldogs is just mentioning, yeah, hopefully everybody, when you're leaving comments for other creators, you're leaving at least a couple of full sentences. Because if you don't, you could get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And what can happen is the connection could be gone. What I don't wish to happen for you is to come into Tuber Chat today, pick up 10 or 20 new friends and family members and lose half of them tomorrow. When that happens, it's not because they unsubscribed, it's because one of the two parties didn't fulfill the proper procedure while making that connection. Caffeine Queen, it's always wonderful to see you. This is another dynamic creator. You are well on your way. I forget, you put a live stream up the other night, and I think you said you only have 500 hours to go or something like that. So Caffeine Queen is somebody who I think is willing to swap playlists as well. She wants to get over that. She wants to get over that 4,000 that we're all looking towards. And then Shattered Soul, forgive me, is that meant for me? Cozy Relaxation, great to see you. Cozy Relaxation will be featured next weekend. G Free, it's always wonderful to see you. G Free is another member of our Twitter list, Tuber Chat Stars, which are YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. And Thailand Mick, it's always good to see you. So thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members here today again. Let me think about adding a couple more names to the wheel. Maybe it's time I get our moderators in there. We'll get Cooking with Q and More. Oh, I'm accidentally clicking stuff. Cooking with Q and More. Where's Hoops Family Network? There she is. The Hoops Family Network. Oh. See, I accidentally clicked that while I was clicking around here. Kristen Welton, Kira Welton. And is It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey still with us today? It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey was here. They might be gone now. If It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey is still here, I'll add them to the wheel right away. Let me spin. We'll get another channel up. Don't worry about that. My BS Life. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for making sure I'm hydrated. Life with Triple T is starting a game night on their channel this week, so that's going to be entertaining to see. Plenty of trick shots. Great to have you back. Thank you for coming in. And then Kristen Walton. Okay, let's have a look. All of our moderators, by the way. Oh, it's plenty of trick shots. Forgive me. I don't mean to come off stern or harsh or anything like that. It's really difficult to know how to approach things. What my wish is for everybody is not to point out something that's like a mistake or anything like that, like you're saying there, but more so that everybody knows the right etiquette, so that even when you're not with Tuber Chat, and when you go in the other live streams, you have an easier time over there. I tend to be very, very strict when it comes to the chat and the rules, and I keep the banned words list tight and stuff like that, so that everybody, once you've been at Tuber Chat, you have an easier time in all the other growth streams, because my real wish for you is to get everything that you want out of YouTube. That goes for everybody, whatever that is, if it's subscribers, if it's monetization, or building an audience, or having some influence, or all the other things. But I'm very happy that you're back, so hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members today and grow your channel. And then Selena TV is just pointing out to Chi Chan not being able to find the package. Now, hopefully, Chi Chan, when you're connecting with everybody, you're leaving full sentences as comments on the videos that you're watching. You should be watching those videos in full for at least a minute. Hopefully, giving every creator a thumbs up always. We should all always be doing that. And then it's possible, though, that some comments, no matter what you do, even when you leave legitimate long comments, sometimes they get held for review or caught in the spam filter. So you really have to go through those. I did a tutorial on my personal channel where I talk about how to keep up with your comments, make it a little bit faster and a little bit easier. So if you want, you can check that out. But I tend never to just delete my spam comments. I go through and I find that 9 out of 10 spam comments actually aren't spam. No problem, Jaden. Thank you for hanging out so long. Did I miss a channel coming in? I certainly don't mean to miss anybody. If you've come in and slipped by me, I tend to get into long speeches and I get wrapped up in all the different things. I love all this stuff, so I get wrapped up talking about it, and I don't mean to miss anybody. If you're still active in the chat, certainly I'll get to you. Let me spin the wheel. Mr. Fulton Mraz, great to have you still here as well. I'll add some more names to the wheel in a little bit. So we'll look at Kira Welton now. This is Kristen's daughter, my BFF forever. We're going to look right now how many subscribers she has. So Kira has 214. So she's already met a couple friends and family members here today. I know that already. But I'm hoping that Kira will get to her 220 for today. It's always wonderful for everybody to catch these milestones as they go, right? Ophelia Cambuanga, thank you for coming back again. I remember, yes, from Saudi Arabia. So it's wonderful when we have people from all over the world watching. I'm curious to know what time it is for you there. I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada, which means it is almost 2 p.m. for us, just afternoon there. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Kira will get to another live stream sometime within the next couple of days. So she's been doing that. She's aggressively making sure she's putting out a video a week as a minimum, like we recommend to everybody. As soon as you can get to the point that you're putting out a video every single week, that's the biggest key. That blue moon, it's 6 p.m. for you. You're 4 hours ahead of us. So I wonder where you are. You're in Europe, I'm assuming. Yeah, Ophelia Cambuanga, we don't do that. So please, what we don't do is self-promotion of any kind, but I don't give out jackets. I don't make people moderators here. We have a few moderators, but my goal for you is to get everything that you want out of YouTube. So if you want to meet new friends and family members here, or you want to meet other creators that you can swap playlists with for watch hours and stuff like that, I just want you to focus on that. I don't want you to have to worry about reminding everybody that it is, to thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. I've got the robots working on that, and I've got moderators who are here with me every single day. So thank you for the idea, but I will not be doing that. Oh, Ophelia Cambuanga, you're Filipina. And then Thai Blue Moon is in England. And I missed another one. Lydia is saying it's 9 p.m. Where are you at, Lydia? It's interesting because in these chats, we have a lot of people from all over the world. It's very interesting. And it's wonderful, too, because you've got, your channel's getting exposed all over the planet, basically, right? The Nail Princess is in Ireland, and it's, we would call that 6:30. Oh, 50, 6:50, yes. 6 hours ahead of where we are. I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada. And then Bluefees, is it Bluefees? I want to pronounce it right when you're here. I'd love to just feature you properly. And then Ryad, really? Okay. Ophelia. And then Bluefees is 8 p.m. in Croatia. That's wonderful. So it's so interesting to me to have people from all over the world. And like I said, as we're meeting different people, more friends and family members here in the chat, your channel's getting exposed all over the world to different people, and you never know who's going to find your content interesting and where you're going to start to really take off. The analytics will tell you. And then, so let me spin. JD Knight is an hour away from Minnesota, lives in Wisconsin. That Blue Moon, we're going to get a chance to look at your channel again now. MAH videos. Sonia, I'm going to get the link for MAH videos. That one's a little bit tougher in the search results, as a matter of fact. Is it going to even come up here? Here it is. As the channels grow, especially when you get closer to 1,000 subscribers, it becomes easier to find. So I'm going to put a link in the chat for anybody that is trying to connect with MAH videos. There's a link. Sonia will catch that. We don't do a lot of links here either, but we do it because if we find a creator that everybody has trouble finding. Cubs Den, it's wonderful to see you. I was lucky enough to hang out in your live stream again today. As we grow and as we follow more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as you might like. But I always have a good time with Cubs Den. She always has very dynamic conversations happening. Today we were talking about the effect of Facebook as a social media network for promoting your YouTube videos. Cubs Den is a very much loved and well-respected member of the community. Sorry, that Blue Moon, we were just about to look at your channel. There we are. So you're well over 100 subscribers now. Hopefully we're going to push you a little bit farther and you will get a little bit closer to the 200 that must be on your mind. So the Nail Princess, this must be your first time with Tuber Chat, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Just reach out to any creators that you want to one at a time. Take it slow and have fun with it. What we do is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat that lets them know that you're going to connect with them. Then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up always. We always should be doing that. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them and then come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know you've secured the connection, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, by the way. So let me see if I can add any more names to the wheel. That Blue Moon has got a handful of different stuff for us to see. Here we go. Yeah, GTA Fails. I should watch this one too. GTA Funny Fails #6. I want to see that. And then you've got a lot of other copyright-free music stuff. Darnell Reyes, thank you for coming back. I believe you've been here before, but it might have just been a little while, so thank you. Georgia Bulldogs, thank you for sharing on Instagram. Yes, if anybody has the ability to share us out, of course, we'll appreciate it. It helps more people find us, and then we can maximize the impact for everybody, whether you have a community tab or Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any of the other social networks. We'll always appreciate any sharing that anybody does, and, of course, all the thumbs up as well. Just having a look here at what I can do about adding names to the wheel. Chi Chan has been on the wheel for quite some time. Did I put JD? Yeah, we looked at JD Knight 7. We looked at Sonia. Sonia's there. Shattered Soul we saw. Lydia Saba. Is Lydia still here? Bluefies. Mick for real. Georgia Bulldogs. Oh. And Jess Random. That Blue Moon says one of your other videos got copyright claimed, and it said you removed it, but it still says copyright claimed. That's interesting. So a copyright claim is not the same as a copyright strike, and I wish YouTube would find a better way of describing all this stuff so it's not so confusing for everybody. A copyright claim just means that you will never be able to get paid for that video. YouTube will run ads on it, and the person who holds the rights to the music will get the money for it. It's possible to find music that is shared where you get half the money, but still, I always recommend against it unless you're able to or there's reason for it. Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you for sharing. Yeah, if yeah, you have to decide if you have copyright stuff. I have lots of copyright music on my personal channel, but the reason why is because I used to be a DJ, and those are remixes of songs that I actually made. So half of them I'll never get paid for, but it doesn't matter. I was paid for them like 10 or 20 years ago or whatever it was when I did them. Half of them the artist will get the money, and then the other half I'll get a little bit more from advertising and this and that. Just random. Get you up on the wheel and see what's happening. Oh, why are we not already connected? I didn't think this is your first time here. Maybe you were here just not long enough before, and I didn't have you in the. I didn't connect to you yet. If I don't put you on the wheel, it's possible that I never end up actually connecting, because it takes about a half an hour or so for me to put people on the wheel, at least, sometimes longer. So just random, since it is a new connection for Tuber Chat, I am going to take one of your latest videos. I'll just take your latest one, add it into my watch later list. What this will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this Texas tornado video, and then I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and in that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to be doing it the right way. And then hopefully you're also connected to Tuber Chat and you have the notification bell on. We stream 4 times a week, but the times always change. Cooking with J-Mac, great to see you. I don't think this is your first time here, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody is willing to connect. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. It's best always to take your time with it, have fun, introduce yourself to creators, and you can leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you're going to connect with them. And then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full, and it should be at least a minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up always. We should always be doing that. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, and then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected and secured that connection so that they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. This is the essence of Sonia. She was featured last week, and she's a dynamic creator who is somebody I'm swapping playlists with right now. She also does the featured channels collaboration with Tuber Chat, so we've returned that favor. If you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, please let me know so that I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that with both channels. And then as well, Sonia is willing to swap playlists with anybody. If you need hours or know somebody who does, swapping playlists is a very easy collaboration. You can do it just about anybody. And it just simply means you're going to run a playlist for them. They're going to run a playlist for you. All of our moderators do it. And the essence of Sonia, I'm doing that with right now. I've done it with Carrie Beth that's in the chat. Georgia Bulldogs in the chat does it. And there's many, many others. If you want to swap playlists with anybody, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those collaborations yourself. Blue Jeans Network, it's great to see you. I know we ran into each other this morning. I think it was in Cubs Den's live stream. So thank you for coming and visiting Tuber Chat. The Nail Princess, I'm going to get to eventually most of the channels in the chat. Forgive me for removing your message, but we don't do self-promotion. So you can't ask for anything ever. But as long as you're here and active in the chat, I will eventually get to your channel. The only channels that I don't put on the screen are people who leave too soon. It typically takes about a half an hour at least before I start adding your name to the wheel. And I use a system for this called Botissimo here. This is a robot. It's similar to Nightbot or Stream Elements that you've seen. Izzy Pizzy. Yeah, I'm just not going to bother with that. That was horrible. So hopefully everybody notices that, like, I'm absolutely not going to allow even any kind of sub for sub behavior to come into the chat at all. That's not what Tuber Chat is at all. We're focused on dedicated and loyal supporters who will keep coming back. But if somebody just comes in and blatantly does that, then just be assured I'm going to take care of it as fast as I can so that nobody has to spend their time working on somebody who's not going to return properly. Shattered Soul is willing to swap playlists. That Blue Moon, you're fine in the chat. I just hope that you're getting what you want out of it. That's all I ever wish for everybody, is for you to get exactly what you want out of YouTube and out of Tuber Chat for the time that you're here, so that you maximize your impact, whatever that may be. Maybe it's meeting new friends and family members, maybe it's finding playlist buddies, or maybe it's just hanging out. Here's Georgia Bulldogs. So this is a perfect opportunity to check out this channel. This is a generous creator who's with us all the time here at Tuber Chat. And what I will do to make things easy for everybody is, once I grab their channel, we see you're right there at the top of the search results now. So it's climbing. I'll get the link and I'll drop it in the chat for everybody. So the Nail Princess does nails and lifestyle videos. That's fantastic. Everybody who visits the Nail Princess is going to have some dynamic content to check out, I'm sure. I'm glad that everybody's doing so well connecting today. Let me get Georgia Bulldogs back on the screen. I did drop that link for everybody, and I'll do it again in a little bit. But Georgia Bulldogs is a generous creator that is willing, first of all, to swap playlists. Secondly, does the featured channels collaboration. And then as well has generously shared for us repeatedly on Instagram. And then as well has made a video specifically for Tuber Chat, which I always like pointing out, so I'll show it to everybody right now, and inspired us to put that on our front page. And now we have an area for creators who are generous like this to be showcased. So there it is right there. Georgia Bulldogs has a lot of different content. Most of it is gaming and cooking as well. So it's quite a mix, but it's great. We've been able to be there, luckily, for Georgia Bulldogs in premieres, as well as watching a handful of different videos. Shattered Soul, I'm sure people are visiting. Best idea always is to go first. Please don't be shy. Everybody's willing to connect. So the best idea is to reach out and contact individual creators one at a time. Bluefeast, thank you for sharing us out with your friends. And then King Art 70, thank you for coming back in again. Hopefully you meet some new friends and family members today. Let me get that link again. And then for anybody looking for Georgia Bulldogs, there's the link again, because I know they're it takes a second to search for them through the search results. That makes it a little bit easier. If you're using a computer, maybe you can use the Go To Channel extension from the generous people at Swap Meet Shops, which I am using here, and it makes it so that you can just click on somebody's name and go right to their channel. No problem. Shadowed Soul, really? You got no new family members yet? Sometimes it takes a second to kick in. YouTube really glitches with their analytics and the numbers actually going up. But the best way is always to go to other people first. What I always say on YouTube is in order to get what you want, you must be willing to give much more than you expect to receive. So I would go out and connect with 2 or 3 family members in order to get yourself one back, and you will find that over time it starts to speed up a little bit, and you'll eventually get more than you wanted in the first place. Darnell Reyes, thank you for, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for asking. Hopefully everybody's good. I'm always good. And Jana Rosa and Katha, hopefully everybody's doing well, including yourself. Zelda Master John's back in the house. This is a featured channel from Tuber Chat, The Unsalted Kitchen. It's wonderful to see you back again, so thank you very much. Hopefully you meet some new friends and family members. And Cooking with Q and More is just reiterating, yes, the engagement is very important. It's always easiest to go first. Reach out to other people and then start the handshake with them. Here's Chi Chan. So this is a new connection for Tuber Chat who's got her 1,000 subscribers, which is wonderful. But since this is a new connection for Tuber Chat, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos here, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of sentences about this makeup tutorial video. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I will make sure that the connection sticks because we always want to be doing it the right way. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have the notification bell on because we stream 4 times a week, but the times change all. I move the times around every single week. The Unsalted Kitchen, thank you for letting us run in the background. I appreciate that. As we grow and as we follow more and more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, especially here at Tuber Chat and with my personal channel. My goal is just to make sure you maximize your impact here. Oak Style, can't find that Blue Moon. I will get a link for that channel in a quick second. Chi-Chan, it's my pleasure to put you up on the screen. That Blue Moon again. Oh, that Blue Moon, as your channel grows, you'll have an easier time climbing the search results, especially when you get closer to 1,000 subscribers. So it's a little bit of a rough time because you've got a great name, but that just means that it's at least the words are popular. So it'll take you a little time to climb up the search results, but you will get there. The good news is that it only gets easier from here. So, Chi-Chan, I did add your video to the watch later list, so I will definitely connect with you properly, and then I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And I'll think about adding some names in a little bit. Here's the Hoops Family Network. This is a wonderfully loyal and dedicated supporter, a friend of mine, somebody I've been connected to for a very long time now, somebody who introduced me to the community that we're always talking about here, and is very much inspiring in everything that I have done with Tuber Chat, the same as Cooking with Q and More. These are the 2 channels that started to introduce me to a lot of other generous creators that inspired the idea behind Tuber Chat and everything that I'm doing with that. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting with everybody. The Nail Princess, the best idea is always to go first. So reach out to any creator that you want, leave a single emoji next to their name, let them know that that lets them know that you want to connect, and then visit their channel, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful comment, give a thumbs up, and then subscribe to them and come back here. After if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, come back here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured the connection, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Yeah, I see the Cooking with Q and More and the Unsalted Kitchen talking about notifications. If anybody ever gets these things working properly, I'd love to know about it, because I promise you, I try constantly. So many times you might even have to reset the notifications for people, or reset your entire connection. But they also glitched. The other day, nobody was getting notifications, is what I was hearing through all kinds of different live streams. But hopefully over time, they'll sort that kind of thing out. Let me spin one more time. Cubs, then you're right. Shattered Soul, yes, congratulations to all the featured channels. All that's required for that, same as yourself, is as long as people are here for a little while, engaging in the chat and this and that, I put names on the wheel. The wheel's random, and then as long as everybody's still here when the name comes up, I put them up. And like Cooking with Q and More here, we have a look at their channel for a couple seconds. Miente Nambo Vlog, thank you for coming back again. Hopefully you meet some new friends and family members here. Zelda Master John says, the future's so bright, I got to wear shades. Mr. Fulton Mraz, you're on vacation. Really? Wow. Going to see your grandpa in Brown Country. That's fantastic. I hope you have a good time there. Princess Saray, really? Thank you for coming in. It's wonderful to see you. It's been quite a while since we've been able to hang out in a live stream. We've had a couple of fun times, especially with Cooking and Q and More here. I remember him having a couple of live streams that got pretty exciting. But it's great to see you here. Hopefully you can meet some new friends and family members here if that's what you want. And I will, let me look at my list here and see if I can add any more names to the screen. Or to the wheel, at least. Did we look at Carrie Beth today? We must have, yes. I think we did. Mick for Real is still there. Bluefies is still there. Growing Up with Azania. Thank you very much, Princess Saray. I appreciate that. Of course, as we grow and as we follow more and more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like, but I appreciate that. Janae Gaming, everybody wants to dance. So the best idea, please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. The best idea is always to go first. Reach out to a creator, let them know that you want to connect with them, and then come back and let them know that you've done that so that they can turn around. They can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Princess Saray, fully understandable. We do connect with each other here, but I appreciate you coming and supporting. Tuber Chat needs watch hours just like everybody else does. So we swap playlists with people and things like that, but that makes it that much more so that I appreciate when everybody spends time, especially hanging out for the purpose of supporting. Dance Hall Support, I know you were here very, very early, so thank you for coming back. And yeah, everybody's willing to dance, so reach out to anybody that you'd like. Lily Urich, it's wonderful to see you back again. Thank you. I don't think we have had Jaden up yet today. And Oak Style will come up. Did we look at Cozy Relaxation today? See, the days get away from me now that we've streamed 3 days in a row before today. I have trouble remembering always. Let's get G Free up there and the Xeophobic 73 channel. And then we'll see what... I'll spin and we'll worry about adding another couple of names in a few minutes. Maybe I'll start moving a little faster. Cozy Relaxation, not today. Cozy Relaxation is going to be featured. I think I said next Monday, right? It's already set. It's already set up on our front page. And hopefully everybody likes the new colorful thumbnails that I've made this week. Occasionally I change a few things where I have time here at Tuber Chat just to make things a little more exciting. Let's see if I can pick up the click-through rate on those thumbnails. So here's Jane and Sue, who's always with us at Tuber Chat, and we're very appreciative of it. Always shares for us. Not to mention is willing to do the featured creators collaboration. We got a lot of familiar faces there. Vern from Vern's Junk Closet, the VMC show. More Eats. And then, of course, Tuber Chat, myself, Kristen and Kira are there. Just living life. Hopefully everybody is crushing goals. Hopefully everybody's moving a little bit farther today. Princess Saray, yeah. That's what Tuber Chat is. I appreciate you coming and supporting, but there's almost no way not to get attacked, because that's what it is. That's what it's meant for, is connecting with each other. Now, I try to do a good job of insisting that we are loyal and dedicated supporters. And as I put channels on the screen, everybody gets to see and hear the stories that I tell about the creators, like even such as yourself, who I've been connected to for so long. And the stories that I tell are hopefully translating into people understanding that there are really generous, dedicated, loyal supporters who will continue to come back and things like that. So it is what it is, but I do my best just to make sure that everybody's on the same page as far as looking forward to supporting each other over the long term. And I say it all the time, but there's almost no way to be here and not have a few people looking for you. But Princess Saray is a dynamic creator anyway, so I wouldn't blame anybody for wanting to connect with her. Lydia Saba, I hope I welcomed you when you came in. We were talking about you earlier. I know you've been here for a while. Patty Moore Show, great to have you back again. Thank you very much. Hopefully everybody's good. Patty Moore Show is saying. And then let me spin. I'll get another channel up on the wheel. Growing Up with Azania. This is Shen Zen's daughter. It's a new connection for Tuber Chat, but she's hoping to help punch this channel up a little bit and get a little bit of a head start going here. Princess Saray, thank you for offering to share on the community tab. I appreciate it. I just recently became monetized on my personal channel, and Tuber Chat recently got its 1,000 subscribers. So we just got our community tab last week. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you being generous and then sharing us out. So Growing Up with Azania is Shen Zen's daughter. So hopefully everybody will connect to this channel and help get her a little bit closer to, she's going to pass 30 subscribers today, I'm sure. Get her a little bit past that so that she can start really growing. Yeah, thank you very much, Princess Saray. I really appreciate it. It's a long road, and Cubs Den, thank you for the congratulations as well. So the goal, of course, of things like Tuber Chat, like Cubs Den runs a very dynamic channel, and a lot of people are able to connect there as well. She's been doing that for a very long time, probably since we've all been connected. You guys were connected before me, but Cubs Den, Princess Saray, Cooking with Q, Hoops Family, and that. These are the stories I tell all the time. But the goal is with Tuber Chat to try to make it easier on people who come in after us than it was for us. And easier even than it was for me. I managed to get my 1,000 subscribers when I started chasing it within 3 months. Now we're seeing people able to do it in 6 weeks, a month. I've even seen a creator do it in 2 weeks. So it's not just a matter of getting the numbers, but building relationships and getting loyal and dedicated supporters. So what I'm going to do is take this video here from Growing Up with Azania, add it into my watch later list, of course, as I always do. Now, I know it's less than a minute long, but that's all they have, so I'm going to have to use that. What I'll do is after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full. I will leave a genuine, meaningful comment related to the introduction to the channel video. I will give a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and in that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. And hopefully we'll get a few more friends and family members for Growing Up with Azania. Mr. Fulton Mraz, today is National French Fries Day. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Does it count if I had French fries last night that were less than 24 hours ago? I wonder if I can count that. And then I'll spin and we'll get another channel up on the screen. Mick for real. Mick for real is back with us again. Let's have a look at what you've got going on for us today. Hopefully you got another video coming out. I know you just put that out a couple of days ago, but hopefully we've got some more content coming from you. It looks like you put out stuff about once a week. So hopefully that keeps up as well. The biggest live stream was for 4 hours. So Shattered Soul, yeah, the longest live stream so far was 4 hours. It was just in demand. We had a generous creator came in and brought us about 40 extra people on a raid that day. I mean, Tuber Chat is growing anyway. We used to only run these for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less. Now it's got to the point it must be at least 2 hours every time. And I'm thankful for that, of course. It's starting to get to the point that we may have to start extending to 3 hours or more. But occasionally we have one that runs extra long. If it's really, really busy, then, if I can, then I just keep going. So thank you for the kind words, though, too, Shattered Soul. So Mick for real, I got to check if Mick for real is still here. Once it gets a little bit like, we're an hour and a half in today, and some of the people may or may not still be here. And like I said, once it takes a while for me to put people on the wheel. Once you're on the wheel, it's random. But then when I spin and your name comes up, I check. And if you're still here, then I put your channel up. Lily Urich, the live streams help. We probably get, I don't know the truth. I'll show you. We'll look at and see how the watch hours are doing. Tuber Chat has about 1,500 right now. Show everybody how to look at this stuff. So when we go in YouTube Studio, yeah, Cubsden, the wheel is something I found in somebody else's live stream. So when Tuber Chat started, now we're on episode 39, but when I started a few months ago, I featured every channel that came in the chat, as you can expect. And the reason for that, obviously, I want to condition the mentality behind it for everybody to know. If you come here, I'm going to put you on the screen. After a while, when I found the wheel, I said, okay, now the Tuber Chat's getting busier and it's kind of ridiculous for me to put, 100 channels on the screen. I'll use this wheel, and that will let me cut down the number that I put so that I can focus on the people who are here the longest and the most active. But it's free, wheelofnames.com. And it's so easy to use. It's unbelievable. And you see it lets you put your logo in there and everything else if you want to do that. But I love it. And people seem to have been having a good time with it. Now I'm getting too busy that I may have to switch up the way we either do the wheel or find another method. But it's interesting. So when we look at the analytics, we're looking for our watch hours. Melda and Amra family, a very wonderful friend of ours. So thank you for coming in. Melda and Amra family is another growth stream where everybody can connect. We have gained hundreds of subscribers from them over the last several months, both on my personal channel and with Tuber Chat. Where is my friend here? I'm just going to get, I'll put another, we were looking at the analytics. I'll finish what I'm doing here. So we're looking at the analytics, and when I look, let's say, at top videos, for instance. Now, this changes all the time. And I don't know what's with the analytics, why you look at it one day and it's going to tell you that you have a certain number of watch hours, and then it changes the next day and this and that. So this is saying episode 35 had 14 watch hours. And it's also saying that episode 32 had 17 watch hours. So maybe that's about what we're getting per live stream. And then when you look at engagement, the average person stays only for 12 minutes. That's one of the other reasons why I started the wheel too, is because you want to extend this time. So there's lots of people who just come and leave, or come and leave one message or two messages and leave because they either don't like it or it's not their thing or whatever, and that's fine too. But in trying to increase the length of time people stay by putting the wheel, I say once your name is on the wheel, you have to stay long enough to get your name on the wheel. Once I spin the wheel, you still have to be here for me to put your channel up. So that extends it a little bit. But when we look at our monetization, we look at our watch hours overall. So we've got 1,600 now. So the live streams help. We've got a long way to go. I absolutely swap playlists with people, though, as well, in case anybody wants to do that for watch hours. And Lily Eric, hopefully that answers your question. So live streams help, but there's always a long way to go. So, yeah, I don't think Mick for Real is even... Oh, Mick for Real's right there. Okay, so we had a look at your channel for a few minutes here. I didn't realize you were still here. I thought for a second you might have gone, but that's okay. So we'll get Lydia Saba. Now, let me just check if Lydia Saba is even here. Yeah, Lydia Saba might still be here. So let's get her channel up. We'll have a look. And then Cubs Den as well. I use Bautissimo and the loyalty system to show me the engagement of all the users, and that's how I put people up on the wheel. It shows in order of engagement, obviously. So Lydia Saba is back with us again. I appreciate that. The Nail Princess, yeah, it's no problem to leave and come back, of course. And Blue Jeans Network, thanks for hanging out so long. Melda and Amro will be on at 4 o'clock. Well, I say 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock my time. It's 2:30 now, so an hour and a half from now, 90 minutes from now, Melda and Amro will run a live stream where people can connect as well. And then Lily Erica, best idea is always to reach out to other creators first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Please don't be shy. Everybody wants to connect. Reach out to them, watch a short video, do all the things we need, and then they can turn around and connect with you back. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, today is National French Fries Day. I didn't know. It's interesting, though. So we're looking at Lydia Saba. I'm going to get you to excuse me for a quick second. I'm going to run out, and I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me for that. Thank you very much for your patience. Jaden Sue, you can add a lot of different playlists. Yeah, Shattered Soul, we looked at your channel for a while there. 99% sure of it. I thought I put you on the wheel and you came up and we looked at it. I'm going to look again. Oh, except I can't copy and paste properly here. And we looked at your channel for a couple minutes. I'm 99% sure. Yeah, we did. We talked about it. But that's Shattered Soul again. So let's have a spin and we'll see who's coming up. The only trouble, sometimes I put channels up and it's, I only leave them up for a minute or two sometimes and this and that. And then if you're out connecting with somebody, you may even miss the whole time that I've got your channel up. But it's all understandable. I don't know how much it helps. I don't think it even really helps having a channel up on the screen. It might, because I can tell a little story. Like, for instance, Cozy Relaxation is going to be featured next week because they spend a lot of time here. They're dedicated and loyal. They've done the featured channels collaboration as well as swapping playlists. I think didn't I just say yesterday we're going to swap playlists? Yeah, we're going to swap playlists later this week. I'm running The Essence of Sonya right now, and then I've got a couple more, and we'll probably, as soon as I'm ready. But this is what I'm talking about. So when I get channels up on the screen, I don't think that it makes everybody rush and subscribe to them. I don't think that, like, we might think that, but I don't think that that's the case. I think it just gives the host a chance to tell a story. You get a chance to look at the creator, see the kind of things that they're doing with their channel. Like Cozy Relaxation here is very close to 600. There could be people who are like just inclined to say like, oh, I haven't already connected with this channel. I'm going to, because I want them to get 600. I know what the feeling is to cross a milestone, and I want to get that feeling for them. It's possible. Oh, thank you, Cozy Relaxation. Well, whenever you feel like, I won't be able to start your running anything for you for a couple of days. And I forget, I just want to have a look now that I got your channel up here. So you don't have a very long amount of stuff to run yet. I'm sure it will grow as you continue to post. A month from now, you're going to have a lot longer than you do right now. In the meantime, you could probably just run any episode of Tuber Chat for a couple of hours, and that would be more than fair, and I would appreciate that. But I will absolutely run yours. And I do, so all of our moderators swap playlists. Cozy Relaxation does it. Carrie Beth, Georgia Bulldogs. There's lots of other channels in the chat. Essence of Sonya, obviously, that are willing to swap playlists. Anybody can. If you are willing to swap playlists with people, then just mention it in the chat. Just say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you. Where major playlist, the same place you find add playlist option there. That should solve your problem. Oh, if that's, I guess you're talking to Jaden there. Yeah, you are. Okay, sorry, I didn't catch that at first. Yeah, that's okay. Cozy Relaxation, everybody starts with 0 videos and, eventually moves up and up and up. I'm way behind in posting videos on my personal channel. Thank God I've been going live a little bit. Unsalted Kitchen, I don't know what that is. I just hit it because I don't know what it is. Carrie's willing to swap playlists. I've swapped with her. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, you will see me on Monday when it is your 21st birthday. Kristen and I are both looking forward to it. The Unsalted Kitchen. Are you just referring to fishing the way we're like connecting with each other? I know some channels will say, let's go fishing, or let's try to get each other bananas. I just wonder if that's what you mean. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting friends and family members. Thank you very much, MAH Videos, for your kind words. Forgive me for taking a while to get back to that. I know I stepped away for a second and came back. I don't mean to miss anything in the chat. Cozy relaxation. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's just refresh and just see. I don't always count on these numbers to be accurate, even on YouTube's own website. 593. So hopefully Cozy Relaxation will get the extra few that they need. I'd love it if they could get their 600 right now in our live stream, but I'm sure it's going to happen shortly anyway. Bluefeast, we're finally going to have a look at your channel. I hope you're still here after all this time. You've been here since the beginning today. And, oh, there you are. You're right there. So hopefully you're having a good time meeting new friends and family members. We finally get a chance to have a look at your channel. So I see that you've just posted a few things. That's great. And hopefully we can push you a little bit farther so we can solidify your channel and get you moving. Since you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I will do is take your longest video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full. When I go through my watch later list, I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content of this Fortnite video. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe, and in that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We will be back Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times will change. And then FIFA World and Other Gaming is back. So nothing but love from NYC. Thank you very much. Yeah, Just Living Life. I think we looked at you earlier, didn't we? I think we looked at your channel. Just Living Life is going to be featured next weekend as well. I'll put it on the wheel again, but I think we looked at Just Living Life because you were meant to be put on the wheel a long time ago, and you have to forgive me. The days are getting away from me. Not to mention, I spent a few minutes looking at your channel yesterday when I was making the thumbnail for next week and everything. Hope you like that. But now I can't remember whether we saw it today or not. If anybody wants to let me know, is my audio still fine? I'm assuming that it is. The Nail Princess said the sound just stopped. I don't know why. Occasionally I have internet troubles, but we seem to have been fine for today. I don't know if Oak Style is still here. But I'll put it up, and then if they're not here, we'll move on quickly. Thank you, Carrie Beth. Hopefully we'll see you next weekend again. Oakstyle might still be here. Thank you, Cubsden. I really appreciate the time you spent today. Hopefully you met some new friends and family members. So Oakstyle is connected to Lakeside Living and Food Fight Showdown, who we often see here as well. This is a family of channels. And you're still posting. You've actually been doing several times a week, so that's great. It seems, or at least this week anyway. Bluefy says the audio is cutting off at some points. That's interesting. I can't imagine why. I have a nice microphone now. Oh, have we been already streaming for 100 minutes-ish? Let's have a look. I'll go back to that in a second. Oak Style. It's great to have you in the house, so thank you for spending so much time with us today. Hopefully you met some new friends and family members. They did a 500 subscriber giveaway. We've talked about that before as well, so that's wonderful. Shattered Soul, thank you very much. Luffy's 99 minutes. There you go. 26 people watching, almost 50 thumbs up. If you forgot the thumbs up, I hope that you will so that we can hit that golden number 50. That'd be wonderful. I always appreciate the thumbs up. When we're on a phone, we have to be reminded because you have to turn the chat off to give a thumbs up. And you don't lose your place, and it only takes a second, but we have to be reminded. That's why the hosts of the live streams are always reminding everybody. It's easy to forget, even myself. I often watch videos. If I'm working on a computer, I will put a window on the side like this. You can see I'm logged in on my personal account, and I've got just the chat running so I don't miss anything here. And then, but the problem is when you look at a window like this, the thumbs up is not there. You have to go down to find it, and it's very easy to forget. It's also easy to forget to share and stuff like that too. So I try to remember all the time. Thank you, Daryl Reyes. Hopefully you've met some new friends and family members, and we'll see you hopefully again on Friday. Nail Princess has been here for about 50 minutes, apparently. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It has been quite a while. Let me spin. I'll get another channel up, and then I'll think about adding another couple of channels to the wheel. It's arbitrary. It's not, I don't keep a timer. It's not like it's an accurate measurement of how long. I use a system to show me how active everybody is in the chat, and that's how I decide where the channels go on the screen, this list here that I have. So you can see Bottissimo keeps track of everything for me. It's based on not just time, but activity as well. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs is very dedicated and loyal in supporting us and is always here all the time. Thank you. Thank you, Shattered Soul. So Just Living Life, for the life of me, I can't. Did we look at Just Living Life today? Oh, maybe we didn't look at it today. Maybe I'm thinking of it from last night when I was making the thumbnails for next week. I changed the way I do the thumbnails for featured creators now. One of the things I should show you, I'll show you in a minute. We'll look at Just Living Life just for a quick minute here, and then I will show you something in the analytics so that you can tell how your thumbnails and titles are doing. And the problem is, as much as I like featuring creators, and you know, I'm a graphics guy. I like the thumbnails that I've been doing for Tuber Chat because I think it's unique and gives me a chance to really focus on their channel. But the truth is the click-through rate is just not great at all. And it's unfortunate because if you imagine it, when somebody sees a thumbnail and they don't recognize what they see, it's not as clickable as it is when they recognize something bright and colorful. So I'll show you what I've done, and I'll show you how to look at that stuff in the analytics so that you can improve your own thumbnails and titles as well. Let's have a quick look here. So first of all, let me show you the new thumbnails that I've done. Here's the new ones for next week. So we've got Foodie Squad, we've got In Rachel's Place, Just Living Life, and Cozy Relaxation featured for next week. I've already got the live stream scheduled, but these thumbnails it allows me to still feature the channels the way that I want to do, but it makes them bright and colorful, and this is kind of what I think is going to get more clicks. And I'll show you the reason why I did it. Izzy's Life, great to see you again. The Nail Princess, yeah, hopefully what I'm showing you is a little bit helpful as well. Yeah, Shattered Soul, I know that I come off as like corporate and serious and this and that. It's just you know, what we're doing here, there's not a lot of opportunity for me to joke around and stuff like that. But I do have fun. It's people in the chat who are giving me, even like yourself, who are giving me things to kind of giggle and laugh at and stuff like that. And I appreciate that so that we can have a little more fun. I consider myself a fun person, but when we're online doing this stuff, I know that I'm not very fun. I'm more serious. I'm really focused on what we're doing so everybody can connect and things like that. So when we look at our analytics here, when you look at your reach tab, which is the second tab, purple, you see this here. The reason this looks like an upside down triangle, we call it a funnel. So what YouTube does is it shows your thumbnail and title. So for instance, for us, we have 10,000 views as of this morning, but we have 63,000 impressions. So 63,000 times YouTube has put our thumbnail and title out, whether it's on a suggested page or the home page or your subscription feed or somewhere. But 41% of it is from YouTube recommending our content, right? So 3.7% click-through rate is not great at all. And so what we want to do, I'll click to learn more, and we'll see what pops up here, and I'll show you here. Okay, half of all channels and videos on YouTube that have impressions CTR that can range between 2 and 10%. CTR is click-through rate or click-through ratio. 2 and 10% is typical. If you're doing better than 10%, that's fantastic. And it is possible. I've done a couple of, I run a few channels for other people as well as my own channels and this and that. I've done a couple that have hit the 10% and farther, but it's not often. Usually in the high end of average. But you can see that Tuber Chat having less than 4%, considering I'm a graphic artist as well, like I do Photoshop, I've been doing this for 20 years, says that I need to do something to change my thumbnails to get a better click-through rate. And that will help get Tuber Chat busier as well. But I wanted to show you this because click-through rate compares the amount of times that YouTube is showing your thumbnail and title to people to how many times they're being clicked. And it's very important to improve this for your whole channel. You can always go back and improve the thumbnails on your older videos and titles. I do it all the time. Jazzy Cole, thanks for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. You walked in right when I was in the middle of a speech. Michael and Paula, thank you for coming back from Sweden again. Yeah, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as you're still active in the chat, I'll get around to you. I just happened to be in the middle of a speech there. I just want to, whenever we come up with something, whenever there's something that could be done that is of interest that can help, you'll see. Here's my old thumbnails, right? You've all seen these. And I feature creators, and it has the Tuber Chat logo. But for somebody who's never seen Tuber Chat before, all they're looking at is a channel they've probably never seen and a logo that they've also never seen. So it's no surprise, even though I think that they look nice and it's been fun to have them, they are not clickable. Whereas these are a little bit more expected. You can imagine that these are probably going to get a better click-through rate. If anybody wants to know, what we'll do is next weekend, these will all fly, and then we'll check the second week afterwards and see if it had any effect. We should be able to see the effect immediately. Anything that I can do to possibly help everybody. I learn from creators of all sizes every day, but what I'd like to do is just share everything that I learn with you so that you can add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the best choices for your own channel. Here's G Free. This is a wonderfully generous creator. I've been connected to G Free for many months now, but also shares for us on Twitter. She's a member of our Twitter list called Tuber Chat Stars, and what that is YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So Jazzy Cole, hopefully you're still here. I know you just got here not too long ago, but forgive me, I haven't given the speech about how we do things here, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic channels in the chat, a lot of creators, and everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you like. The best idea is always to go first. So what we do is pick a channel out of the chat, leave a single emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you're going to connect with them, and then visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute so that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get caught in the YouTube spam filters or held for review. And then give a thumbs up always. We should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. And then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured the connection, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So I'll add a few more names to the list. Life with Triple T. Did we not look? Oh, we looked at your channel. Thank you for hanging out for so long. Yeah, I got confused for a second. I was worried maybe we didn't look at your channel. I forgot we put it up on the screen already. Just random. The Nail Princess hasn't been on the wheel yet. I'm interested to see what you do. We have a moderator here, Nails by Nicole. I wonder if the two of you know each other. But I was very drawn to her work. Fingernails and toenails and stuff like that is not my thing, but I'm still fascinated by the work. Selena TV still on the wheel. The Zeophobic 73 channel is on the wheel. Okay. MAH Videos. CyberLife's still there. We looked at Oak Style. Cubs Den is gone. Is Blue Jeans Network still here? Let's refresh and see. G-Free we're looking at. Darnell Reyes, I think, left also. Today we're going a little bit longer than we usually do. Blue Jeans Network might be gone also. Generosa and Katha. I thought I just saw your name. Yes, okay, you're still here. Let's put Generosa up there. And I will spin and we'll get another channel up here. Jazzy Cole, eh? Oh, Jazzy Cole, are you already gone? No, maybe you're still here. I'm going to... yeah, Jazzy Cole might still be here. Okay, CyberLife, I'm going to put you up in 1 second, but I'm going to get a... hopefully you're still here. I'm going to get a link for Jazzy Cole first. Let's just make sure we're getting the right channel here. Jazzy Cole, I got a match by the thumbnail. It's a very popular name. Okay, let me put quotes around it. Search again. Switch to channel. We'll see if we can find this channel quickly. Okay, let me go over here. I'll get into our chat, and then I'll use my go-to channel extension that will let me click, hopefully. Ginger Chocolate, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, so thank you for visiting. Hopefully you feel welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic channels in the chat, a lot of creators that are willing to connect with you. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like in the chat. And then what I'll ask for, Jazzy Cole, if you're still here, just please leave any one more message. Just say anything at all so that I can click. And then Ginger Chocolate. So all we do here, if you want to connect with anybody, take your time, have fun, and introduce yourself to any other creator that you'd like in the chat. Pick one person at a time. Leave a single emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you want to connect. Then visit their channel. Watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video that you're watching. Give the creator a thumbs up always. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them and then come back into the chat here. And leave a double emoji that lets them know that you have connected and secured the connection, and then they could do the same thing for your channel. So this is Jazzy Cole, and I'm going to leave a link in the chat for a second if anybody wants to connect with them, and then I was promising to put CyberLife up on the screen from the wheel. So if anybody wants to connect with Jazzy Cole, the link is there in the chat. And then hopefully CyberLife is still here with us. Once it gets to be a little while like this, you know, we've been on for 2 hours now almost. So I don't expect everybody to be able to hang out the whole time. I hope so. But, oh, yes, CyberLife is here. So, you know, as we grow and as we follow more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we might like. So I appreciate every moment that you can spend here. And Ginger Chocolate looks like she's got the hang of everything already. So that's great. hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting with each other. Please don't forget, if you haven't already, given a thumbs up for the stream. I'd really appreciate it. It does help. And then if you have the ability to share out at all, whether it's the community tab, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, any of that stuff, I'll appreciate it. CyberLife just hit the 1,000, so that's wonderful. It's always great when we see a creator get through these important milestones. So depending on the day that you hit that, hopefully you'll get your community tab within a couple of days. It took about 5, 6, maybe 7 days for Tuber Chat. I forget exactly. Let's call it a week. I know Google's understaffed right now, and this and that. Things take a little bit longer. Michael and Paula, yeah, if there's anything that I can ever answer for anybody. So the Nail Princess, hey, we all start below 60 and eventually get there, and then hopefully keep moving past that. Okay. So just a note, the Nail Princess, when you're connecting with people, please never, never, never use the word sub for sub. You're marking your channel in the YouTube algorithms as spam. So you might have trouble getting monetized. I have a horrible, horrible story for everybody about that thing. When you're leaving comments for people, you should be watching a short video in full of at least a minute long and leaving a genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences long. So please keep that in mind. And please never on the internet ever use the term sub for sub because you can get banned from channels for that. You can get marked by all the different algorithms. And I don't wish that for you. I want you to get what you need out of YouTube. Pretty Chocolate Girl, it's wonderful to see you back again. And then, sorry, I was just about to answer something for Michael and Paul. I was just about to say something. Joining someone's page, but in future you want to remove that red button, will that affect your page? Well, the only thing I can think of that will happen if you don't want to be subscribed to a channel anymore and you unsubscribe, if you have your subscription set to public, then it's possible that that could be known if that's what you mean. But as much as we never want to encourage anybody to unsubscribe from a channel, but if there's a channel that you're never going to watch a video from, you're never going to like, never going to support, or you actually don't like it for some reason, then by all means, you got to do what's right for you more than anything else. And then all I was saying about to Michael and Paula again about the the stuff that I talk about. So I am a professional channel manager. I run several channels for several people as well as my own and this and that. But I learn from creators of all sizes every day. So what I wish is to take the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have and give you the best information that I can so that you can add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the right decisions for your own channel. So some answers are right for everybody. There are some universal truths on YouTube about the things we should be doing, but there are often things that are relatable only to individual channels. So like I said, all I want to do is maximize the impact for everybody, share what I can so that you can make your own good decisions. So this is the Nail Princess. And thank you very much for the kind words. So the Nail Princess, Kristen is mentioning deleting your comment because if you leave a comment that mentions sub for sub or anything like that, it's spam even to the creator that allows it on their page. So it's bad on both ends. So you're actually doing a lot of damage by doing that. You should be, when possible, watching a video. Like for instance, when I connected with the Nail Princess, I must have watched this video here. We need to talk, sleep and talk. Now, I don't know what I left for a message. It may not have been completely relatable to the video, but it would have been something about introducing myself to you, but at least a couple of full sentences. Now, I'm not saying that that's even right, but you want your comments to be long, full sentences so that they at least look real, if not are absolutely genuine. The best idea is always to use genuine. Even when you leave genuine comments, it also can be considered spam. So you have to be very, very careful. But any creator is going to delete a comment that uses the word sub or anything like that. So just be careful of that stuff. And then to secure the connection to somebody, you just want to make sure to just improve the comments. But it's okay. What I wish for you here, the Nail Princess, and for everybody, is if I can help you understand a couple of simple things. Not that I think I know everything. I certainly don't. I learn all the time. But from all the things I learn, I want to share, so that when you're not in Tuber Chat and you go into other live streams and things like that, you're having an easier time and you're maximizing your impact. Because what I wish is when you're here, hopefully you pick up 10 or 20 new family members, but I would hate for you to lose half of them tomorrow. It's not because they unsubscribe. It's because one of the two parties didn't do something properly. And YouTube's getting harder and harder on all of that stuff every day. So, yeah, Shattered Soul, a lot of it's possible to be spammed by other people, and it's unfortunate when it happens. You know, we all know about the bad behavior that goes on YouTube as well. Hopefully someday they'll do something about it, but it can throw you off a little bit. You know, it happens to everybody. Did Angela Queen come in? I saw somebody say hello to. There you are. Hi, Angela Queen. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me, I was in the middle of a speech again when you walked in, but it's always wonderful to see Angela Queen. She's also willing to swap playlists with people if anybody wants to do that. Andrew Toast, thank you for coming in. You're not too late. We have been streaming for a couple of hours, but I'm going to go for a while longer. So you're all good. And then, yeah, the Nail Princess, just also be wary of a couple of people like Georgia Bulldogs is a loyal and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for what I think we counted today was about 26 episodes or something like that of Tuber Chat. They are always with us and very generous and this and that. I know that they've subscribed to you now and done their thing. So just make sure you're being aware of who's connecting with you so that you can return that for everybody as well. Georgia Bulldogs is reaching out to you right now. And then, oh, that's interesting. So, yeah, Andrew Toast, forgive me. I have to delete your comment. You can't use the word subscribe in the chat. I don't even know how you did that. But I appreciate you adding Tuber Chat to your collection. And hopefully you meet some new friends and family members here. When we're doing what we're doing, this is not a sub for sub network, but even so, you can never use words like sub for sub, subscribe or subscribed or any of that stuff. So just keep that in mind anytime you're in chat like this. So, Angela Queen is monetized now, so that's wonderful. Oh, it just happened this morning. Perfect. Okay. I recently became monetized on my personal channel too, so I'm so happy that you got there. We swap playlists, and Angela Queen 2004 is a generous creator and dynamic as well. So I'm going to show everybody something else now. So we just saw the word subscriber come through the chat, and I thought that I had that blocked in my banned words list. We're going to go and look, and I'm going to show you how to add to your banned words list so that people can't say things that you don't want them to say in your chat. So we go to our settings in the YouTube studio and go to our community. This is the same place where you add moderators or hidden users or approved users and things like that. Mine's going to take a second. First of all, I got a few windows open, but secondly, my banned words list is enormous, so it takes a second to refresh. But it will come up and then we'll have a look. So here we go. Moderators, hidden users, and all this. So here's blocked words. So I have a huge list. It's downloadable. Somebody made this list of, I shouldn't actually be showing this. It's all horrible. But anyway, Now I got to add a word, subscriber. I hit the enter, and now we know that that word is in the blocked, so it can't be used. You see a lot of other stuff I have there, like shout out and let's go, let's grow, and all that stuff or whatever, because we shouldn't be saying any of that stuff in any of these chats. Not just in Tuber Chat, in any live streams that you go to. A lot of the growth streams that are out there are now friends of mine, people who've either helped me or have connected to me in the last little while and this and that. And so what I wish is when you're out in the other live streams that you're maximizing your impact there as well. Tuber Chat can only live stream so many hours a week, right? And I hope over time we can increase that. But for now, we're limited. But I still want you to be able to grow and get everything that you want out of YouTube, even when we're not live streaming. So these kind of little things can help a little bit. But thank you, Cozy Relaxation, for noticing that. Slipped by me. It's Shattered Soul. I would choose to get rid of that word. Support. Let me. Now it's somewhat, yeah, no problem, Andrew Toast. It's no problem. I'd rather just let you know so that you have an easier time here, and when you go out to other live streams that you know. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make myself not sound harsh or stern, because it's very important when we get into this stuff. So I don't mean to come off that way at all. But when you're in other live streams, you can get hammered by moderators and stuff like that, or get banned instantly from channels. And I don't wish for that to happen to you. I'd rather you know, even if it has to be just a quick moment of discomfort while I mention it, and then afterwards you'll have an easier time, and you can go forth and help other people understand as well. So Shattered Soul, yeah, I'm going to knock that word out too right now. That should be good enough for now. When a word comes through that you don't want, you just do exactly what I just did right there. Add it into your banned words list, and then you'll be safer afterwards. Now, I don't know how long that takes to kick in, if it's instant or not, but it doesn't matter. But this is what I mean when you guys have heard me talk about keeping the chat so clean. Somebody came up with this banned words list. It's downloadable. You just type it in Google and it'll come up or whatever, and then you just add to it. Male host, but I just asked if it's a spam word or not. I can't be sure. I can't be sure. So the other thing, too, that you have to know, when you add words to your banned words list, now anybody who leaves me a comment on a video on my channel that says I'm here to support you is automatically going to go to at least held for review. It might go to the spam folder because I did that. So I don't know whether YouTube considers the word support a spam word or not, but now that I've marked it, it's marked as a spam word on my channel. Doesn't matter because I'm the one who controls it, but you have to make the right decision for you. Because of what Tuber Chat is, I have to be very, very, very strict and go way overboard, but it's all fine. The Lily's Pink Ice Cream, thank you for coming in. Is this your first time here? Or have you changed your name recently? Forgive me for not knowing. If it is your first time, hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect with you. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to at the chat. The best idea is to take it slow, meet people one by one. And the way that we do that is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. And then while you're watching, give a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then leave a thumbs up for the creator, of course, and if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. Come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection, and then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Oh, Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, Kira was going to do a live stream today, but she wasn't feeling the best. Yeah, Jaden, don't worry about moderating here, okay? Please don't worry about telling people not to use spam words. We'll leave that to the moderators, okay? Thank you. Jaden is a loyal and dedicated supporter here at Tuber Chat. Cozy relaxation. It's up to each host and creator to decide what not to use. What I tend to do is when I'm out in other live streams, especially like 6, 5, 4, 3 months ago, when I was learning what I'm now turning around and trying to help everybody understand a little bit, I take all the rules I learned from everybody, whether they're true or not, and then just add them all in. So, for instance, you notice we don't use the handshake emoji. We don't use the finger point emoji. We don't point to hearts and stuff like that because a lot of chats don't allow it. I've been in many live streams where they've got shut down and it says for spam or deceptive practices and stuff like this. And I don't want that. We've been lucky so far. So fingers crossed. Hopefully it won't happen to Tuber Chat ever. But it can be considered spam. So I don't know for sure, but the best idea is always just to be as safe as possible, and then you just decide for yourself. New friend here is very common for people to say. So you just have to make a decision about that for yourself more than anything. Rockstar Richie, thank you very much for coming in, and thank you for joining the fam. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you feel welcome. Bluefies, our next stream is on Friday, so I already have them set up for next weekend, but the times change. So hopefully you're subscribed and have the bell on. There's a lot of dynamic channels in the chat, a lot of creators that are willing to connect. Everybody wants to connect. We're all here for the same thing. Oh, Jazzy Nicole 81. I see. Okay, yes, that makes sense. I should have known. For some reason, that didn't register with me today when I saw your name, that it was Jazzy Nicole 81. We've already seen you. It makes sense. When you have 1,000 subscribers, you'll be at the top of the search results anyway. It's not just about the subscribers. It's about the activity of the channel and how solid you are. But once you've been posting every single week and you've got 1,000 subscribers, it's going to be much easier than the climb up that far. And then Xeophobic 73 channel, thank you for coming in. Sorry that you have to split, but I appreciate the time that you've spent. Yeah, we stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday almost every single week. And then, but the times change. I move them around so that we can get different people and new connections in here. And I try to match different time zones and things like that. Oh, the Lily's Peak Ice Cream, you changed your name. I wondered, maybe I recognize your icon or something like that, or maybe your name is similar. Jaden, you just add a playlist like any other one. It's actually very easy. I'll show you the easiest way to make a playlist. Improve comments in your spam will affect monetization. So Lydia, while I don't want to give you wrong information, I can tell you that on my personal channel, I have had a lot of comments that got marked as spam. But again, it's because I have a huge and very strict banned words list. So it's not that YouTube would have considered it spam necessarily, but I made it that way. So I've approved a lot of comments that were originally marked as spam. And my personal channel got monetized a few weeks ago. So that was fine. You just don't want things like sub for sub or things that refer to that blatantly, or when people leave simple emojis like or simple comments like an emoji or the word nice or something. That's not authentic. And I don't know how well those people are going to continue to keep coming back. You never know. But you have to, again, make the right decisions for your channels. So if you want to add if you want to make a playlist, you can go to any video on your page and just go save to playlist, create new playlist, and then enter this new playlist or whatever you want to call it, new fun playlist. if I could spell properly, and make it public, and then create, and you're done. And the playlist will already be there. When I go into my playlists, we'll see new fun playlist is right there. Very, very fast, and then so easy to do, Jaden. So this is Jana Rosa and Katha. And then Georgia Bulldogs is asking, how do you find people that you have made to not write on your video? If you mean how do you find somebody after you've blocked them, you should be able to still find them. Should be able to still just search them. But if you've removed their comment or hidden them from your channel, then maybe all their stuff disappears. And if you don't remember the exact spelling of their name, it can be hard. I don't know if that answers your question. I hope so. Hopefully we don't all have too much trouble with that stuff and have to ban too many people and this and that. Okay, let me, I don't know if Generosa is still here. I'm sorry, I saw another channel come in that I haven't welcomed yet, and I don't mean to skip over everybody. Sometimes I get caught up in the speeches that I give. Mental health awareness. Your channel is about mental health and motivation, and you aim to bring value to those in need of a little spark. Good. That's great news. So thank you for coming in. I forget if this is your first time coming into Tuber Chat. I'm not sure if you've been here before, so forgive me for not being sure about that. But hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if that's what you want. Michael and Paula is just asking. Oh, yeah. Michael and Paula just asking, what do you think of all live stream channels who make all blue and spamming links like crazy? I don't know the truth about that, Michael and Paula. I choose not to have a lot of moderators and not to drop any links of any kind. The only time I drop links here is when we have trouble finding a channel because maybe the channel has less than 1,000 subscribers and isn't #1 in the search results because their name is popular or something like that. We see that all the time. Then I'll put a link. But the reason why is because I never put links, it affords me the ability to put as many as I want. And as far as moderators, so I'm a computer guy. I'm not saying like that I'm great at it or anything, but I've been in social media since it started, since MySpace, Facebook, and everything else, right? So I understand the background of this stuff a little bit, or at least I feel like I do. So I put the robots in the back. You see my banned words list that I'm talking about, and I have some spam filters and stuff like that. They're not perfect, but what I want to do is make the job on the moderators that are here easier than it is out there in a lot of other chats. I don't want to get shut down. And like I said, I've been in a lot of chats that have got shut down. We never know the reason. We never get a clear answer from YouTube on why, because they don't want to teach us how to not do the wrong things. They want to knock out the creators that are going to do undesirable behavior, let's say. Anyway, but really what I want is for everybody to focus on growing here. And the reason why, if you could wonder, well, why does this guy sit here talking about helping people all the time? I want what I want out of all this too, but it's easy for me to get, because if I truly give and if I truly help everybody grow as much as they possibly can and get what they want and share all my knowledge as much as I can, when you have 10,000 subscribers and people are asking you how you did it, hopefully you will turn around and say, well, Tuber Chat or Kevin K are somebody that you need to know. And as I keep staying on here, I'm going to stay in this space and help people who are beginning on YouTube. Then it will grow and grow and grow for me in that way. So it's a magical thing that we found here, because I can help everybody and I will continue to benefit as that happens. So I just choose not to do it, but I don't know the truth about whether you should or shouldn't. Yeah, Zelda Master John, it's absolutely worth going over your old videos and rejigging the tags, maybe even changing the titles and thumbnails for sure, if you can. How do you see it on your blocked users? So if I go, hopefully this is answering your question, Georgia Bulldog. And thank you, Mental Health Awareness. We got, just as you walked in, we're getting into a little bit of technical detail here. So please don't be shy. Feel free to reach out to everybody in the chat. That's what we're here for. But when possible as well, when we have issues that come up like this, we like to talk and share information so that we can better everybody's knowledge about the back end of YouTube and how things are working as well. So Georgia Bulldogs, when I go back into the community here, it takes a second because that's one of the things about that huge banned word list is it makes this page take forever to refresh. But it'll come up in a minute. Okay, thank you, Cozy Relaxation. We'll see you hopefully on Friday. So Michael and Paula, here's another thing to think about. There are some people who, if you make somebody a moderator and then you decide to take that wrench away later, they may not like that. And they may not like the feeling that it gives them. And that's a thought. Something to consider before you end up making somebody a moderator. Besides, I always believe it's nice to know somebody for many months and try to see how they behave in other live chats and stuff like that before making them a moderator. Every moderator that I have on Tuber Chat has a story behind it, and you know I love telling stories. So here's a bunch of channels in our hidden users. It's always called hidden users. We say banned or blocked, but it's hidden. And these are channels, you know, I've put in there for different types of undesirable behavior, but not that they've necessarily even done anything like particularly wrong, but people that I know are not genuinely going to connect with everybody in the chat. And I don't want you to have to spend your time connecting with somebody who I know is not going to return. That's not nice. And it hurts Tuber Chat to have anything like that going on. So hopefully everybody gets the idea that I'm very, very serious when it comes to the idea of us all being able to connect and have loyal and dedicated supporters. Okay, you got it, Georgia Bulldogs. Good. Oh, Shattered Soul. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Michael and Paul, I understand what you're saying. It's you have to make the right decision for your channel. I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree. I really don't know. I wish I could get a gig at Google working as an engineer in the back of their algorithms so that I could know the truth about how all this stuff works and what's true and what's not. But there's a lot to think about and a lot to consider when you make somebody a moderator. I'll tell you right now, there's a channel that I used to visit all the time. I don't know if Selena's still here, but we'll have a look for a second. There's a channel I used to visit all the time. In the chat, as a moderator, moderated for them, shared for them, super chatted, and eventually became, I'm going the wrong channel here, and then eventually became a member. And then I found one day that they were taking all the wrenches away from everybody, including myself, but not everybody. And so I said, well, why would I ever pay to be a member of a channel that I'm not a moderator on? And I'm not saying that's the way that anybody should think about it. I don't mean to sound obnoxious or anything like that. But really, for somebody like me, how can I be a member of a channel that I'm not even a moderator for after I've done so much for that channel? But the lesson that I wish for you to be able to take out of that is I can't be the only one who thinks like that. So if you give somebody the wrench and you take that wrench away, they may not be happy about it. Shattered Soul, thank you very much for pointing that out. I don't do a good job of watching that, how many people are in the chat or how many thumbs up, but I do appreciate all the thumbs up that everybody does give me. Yeah, Zelda Master John, Okay, forgive me. I'm skipping ahead here. Mick, for real, yeah, I think that, but more than anything else, I've had a lot of people offer to be moderators on Tuber Chat, but when it's necessary, I'll add more moderators or if there's a reason for it. But I really want everybody just to enjoy themselves here more than anything else. Not to mention, so Kristen is my girlfriend, Kira is her daughter. The three of us live together. They are in the chat with me all the time, every day. And Kristen and I don't even have to just chat like most moderators. She can just walk in the room. Or if I need to, I can go and talk to her as well. So that really helps, as well as I do have a few trusted moderators. And like I said, anybody who is a moderator here has a story behind it or a relationship of some sort. All of them are connected to me here and on my personal channel as well. So Zelda Master John, kind of weird that they have tools like TubeBuddy charge $50 a month for the best membership. How can they warrant $50 a month? Well, so always you have to make your own decisions in life, whether something is whether something is worth paying for, of course. They justify it because now I like TubeBuddy and I pay for the lowest membership. I pay for what I think is pro or whatever. And so after you pay your first like month or whatever, they send this email that lets you like buy out the whole year for $70 or something like that. I forget what it is. Now I use it because it actually works for me. But there's a lot of free tools out there as well. And the truth is, if you have time, you could do everything that they do for you just by researching yourself. All the TubeBuddy is a plugin that takes the information that Google makes public and just condenses it into little screens for you. That's really all it is. It's helpful, but you can get all that information yourself. But eventually when channels, like the biggest channel that I manage now is doing well more than $3,000 a month with only 70, not even 7,500 subscribers right now. But so that channel can afford TubeBuddy if they want to. But this is where the idea of whether it's affordable or whether it's warranted, it depends. It's a lot of things in life are time or money, right? So forgive me. That's see channels have 300 blue in the chat. You can not even read the chat. Yeah, I know what you mean, Michael and Paula. And I don't know whether it helps. I don't know. So what I think a link helps with is when we have a channel that doesn't come to the top of the search results, and therefore you need the link to get to them. Not everybody's on a computer. Not everybody can use this go-to channel extension for Chrome that we can on a computer. Luckily, the people at Swap Meet Shops made that free. They could have charged for it, and anybody would have probably paid for it, even if it was only $5 or something, but they made it free anyway. And when we go into the chat here, I don't need this running, but the chat will run in a second, and then we'll see. For those of you who haven't seen this already, so now that we're here, everything that's already in there is there, but now we see every new message is going to come up with this green thing. So if I click Selena TV, now it automatically goes to their channel. So that's helpful. YouTube used to have that built in. Asika Yao. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Asika Yao. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Lots of people are willing to connect with you. Everybody in the chat is here for the same thing. We all want to connect. So you can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat and let them know that you want to connect with them. Then visit their channel, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful comment, give them a thumbs up, and if you enjoy them, subscribe, and then come back into the chat, let them know that you've done that, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And then just random. I'm very lucky because when I first got into this community, I've been on YouTube for 4 years, but when I got into this community about 6 or 7 months ago, I was introduced to a few generous creators, people who helped me understand the things that I now turn around and tell everybody, as well as introduce me to a lot of other generous creators. And this big community grew around, I became a part of a big community of generous creators who truly want to help people. And so I knew right away that if I started something like Tuber Chat, there's enough of those kind of people that I'm going to be able to draw them in and hopefully build a very solid community that then can share with other people as well. And that's what's happened. So luckily we have a lot of generous creators here who are willing to help others, but as well, if we share our knowledge like this, if we all keep sharing everything that we come across or know or all of our opinions, it helps everybody make the right decisions for their channels. As we're talking about like how to handle moderators and chats and stuff like that, we're all going to have to deal with it. Everybody who thinks about live streaming. So it's great. It's not that you're looking for a right answer or a wrong answer. It's just you're looking for a lot of opinion from a lot of people. And then that way you can make the right decisions when it's your turn. Here's MAH. Zelda Master John, yeah, you're right. On the free version, it doesn't. But again, you just have to make your own decisions for it. It's not necessary. All it does is speed things up. That's what I use it for. I use TubeBuddy every day, but that's just I happen to like it. I also paid for vidIQ for like I think a month or something like that. And there's a lot of other paid services out there, but it depends. If you have the time, like half of my full-time job, not including Tuber Chat or my own channels, is YouTube. I run channels for other people, and you could do the same. Everything that you do for yourself, you can get paid for if you want to. Whether it's editing videos, doing social media, making thumbnails, doing research, doing the SEO, the tags, and everything else, if you want to. So there's lots and lots of money out there. If money is something that you're looking for from YouTube, then there's lots of ways to do it, not just only with AdSense and Amazon and stuff for your own channel. You can get paid to do things for other people, especially if you become good at anything in particular, and then other people are asking about it. There's no reason. We've got friends who make banners for people all the time, and I don't even know what they charge. It could be $5, $10, $20. I don't know, but they do it. Lots of people can do that as well. Oh, thank you, Consistence Place. Thank you very much. Yeah, Cubs Den is a well-respected and very much loved member of the community, and they have a very dynamic channel as well. So I appreciate you coming over from there. I was in their live stream earlier today. But thank you for coming and visiting. Hopefully you feel welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. The best idea is always to go first and reach out to any creator that you would like to and let them know that you want to connect. The way that we do that is leave a single emoji next to their name in the chat. And then that lets them know that you're going to connect with them. Then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of sentences long, at least full sentences, and then give a thumbs up to the creator. If you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. I have to say that, but we subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Asika Yao, as far as the rules go, basically just any other rules you've heard from anywhere else, we just pack them all in here. So everybody's here to connect. We absolutely are not talking about sub for sub. We are talking about building loyal, dedicated relationships with supporters who will continue to come back to your channel, not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, to give you comments, thumbs up, views, and all the other things we all need as growing YouTubers. As well, we focus a lot on swapping playlists with each other and other kind of ways to support each other. So hopefully you feel welcome. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody in the chat that you would like to. The best idea is to always go first, one by one. And then hopefully I'm caught up. If I missed any questions, please forgive me. Just remind me, because maybe I skipped through the chat. I was trying to go through the chat a little bit better today than I usually do. We don't really need the wheel anymore. I think Xeophobic 73 is gone, right? that how I pronounce that? Did I get that wrong? It's okay. They're gone anyway, so I think they're gone. If they're here, I'll put them on, but that's okay. If anybody else have any questions that I could possibly help with or add some value to, then please let me know, and I'll try to address it as best I can. Thank you, Unsalted Kitchen. And then what I'm also going to do is get a link here for Melda and Amr family. So what I wish for everybody, if you want to continue connecting, I'm going to wrap up the live stream now. But if you would, go over to this channel and mention Tuber Chat Raid. It's another growth stream similar to Tuber Chat. We've gained hundreds of subscribers from them, both for Tuber Chat and my personal channel. I'll leave a message in the chat from my personal channel, Kevin K, as well, in case you want to connect with me there. And if you don't mind going over here and saying Tuber Chat Raid on your way in there and let them know that you've come from here, I'll appreciate it. And then we are back Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times are changing. So hopefully you're subscribed and you have the bell on so that you don't miss our live streams. And thank you all for the time that you've spent. I know that as we grow and as we follow more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate all the time that you've spent here today and with my personal channel as well. So hopefully you've gotten some value out of what we've done here today. The chat will continue for another couple of minutes, but if you want to, like I said, just please click that link, go over to Melda and Amr family. I'll be over there as well. We'll meet some more friends and family members. They're a very dear friend of ours and somebody who, like I said, we've gained hundreds of subscribers from, both for Tuber Chat and my personal channel. And we'll see you again next weekend, everybody. So take care.